This is the situation. Okay, there we go. I'm trying to get the lighting better. I'm working on that. I'm working on that. So thank you and welcome to this YouTube video. The lighting is good in one video and not so great in the other. So this may be a bad just time of day to do this. So I thought I was trying to do like a little proof of it, but here's what I will do. I will move to another room. How's that? I don't want to start all over on the YouTube video because that takes a while. And I don't have a whole lot of time, but I just want to connect right now. And I want to talk about this law. Sorry for the TikTok people. Just here. Uh, I'm not the class of 26. That's my son, but we had a party for him. So, anyway, the law of and I hope I haven't lost the TikTok audience. Thank you all for bearing with me. I'm doing new stuff, but you know what? This lighting's better, isn't it? This might be where I do stuff. And also nobody is at home except me right now, which is unusual. But anyway, here is the book I'm looking at, The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. And it talks about character communicates potential. British politician and writer John Motley observed, "No man can climb out beyond the limitations of his own character." So that's a pretty profound saying right there. Weak character is limiting. Who do you think has the greater potential to achieve great dreams and have a positive impact on others? Someone who is honest, disciplined, and hardworking, or someone who is deceitful, impulsive, and lazy? It sounds obvious when it's phrased that way, doesn't it? Poor character is like a time bomb ticking away. It's only a matter of time before it blows up a person's ability to perform and the capacity to lead. Why? Because people with weak character are not trustworthy. Um, and trust, uh, yeah, okay. So people with weak character are not trustworthy, and trust is the foundation of leadership. Craig Weatherup explained, "You don't build trust by talking about it. You build it by achieving results, always with integrity and in a manner that shows real personal regard for the people with whom you work." When leaders have strong character, people trust them and they trust in their ability to release their potential. That not only gives their followers hope for the future, but it also promotes a strong belief in themselves and their organization. So I've realized that this is what happened to me. I was, um, I don't think I think I had a very weak character. I think I've had a very weak character most of my life. And now I am learning to strengthen my character. And one thing I do every morning, I have spiritual practices that I like to follow. Especially if the boys are here, I like to read the Bible out loud for anybody who will listen in the house. And my boys are adults now, but they can still hear that. And I also like to read books. I will read this book out loud too. Um, and I will do some exercises. And I try to have a goal of doing the exercises about at least 3 times a week. And I used to run and do all this kind of stressful exercise that I didn't really like, but I found something that I can do, and I do that. And so those things help me to get my day started right. And I'm finding that if my day starts right, that I do better. That the day tends to go better even if things come up. So I'm that building a spiritual practice, a spiritual routine is part of building trust in myself and part of providing solid ground for myself. And I would like for you to try this if you're not, don't do it if you're driving. But if you're not, and you can close your eyes, feel where your feet are. Where are the bottom of your feet? Do they have anything under them now? Do you have your feet up? Where are your feet? And what are they touching? Socks, shoes, and what are those socks or shoes or whatever touching? This is the ground. And some people do grounding exercises. You can open your eyes now and think now you're a little more connected to your feet, right? Our feet help us so much. And one thing my voice teacher told me this past spring, because I had a big concert where I sang 5 songs, that's a lot for me. And she said to feel your feet. When you're on stage and you're about to start singing, feel your feet because that grounds you. Well, why is grounding important? Well, it provides trust with us. This one of the exercise videos I was listening to was saying how that the ground has always been there to support us, and it really has. And we don't always recognize that or appreciate what the ground does for us. It's always there for us. So it provides a great deal of trust in that sense. So the law of solid ground is being that solid ground, being trustworthy, not only to others, but also to yourself. In fact, I think it has to be to yourself first. And that's what I am working on. And that's why I think also I have been having trouble in this Legacy Builders program because I don't think I've actually been trustworthy. I've been really trying to get people to buy something instead of really trying to see how I can serve other people. And that's what I'm learning in this program is that it's all about serving other people. And I was at a restaurant last night, a local restaurant, let's call it the Fast Cook. And I got there, I was delivering something and I knew it was going to be late, but I wanted to call them and order it, and I did. And the manager or the owner really is the owner's son, but he runs the place, and he was so concerned that was he said, "What are you gonna go home and warm it up?" I didn't, but it was good the way it was, and it wasn't that cold. It wasn't cold. It was just not, hot. But that was fine with me. It was so wonderful. It was ribeye steak sandwich, and Mike, who's the was running things last night, and he said, "Get you a piece of pie. I just want you to be sure you're satisfied." And I thought, what a wonderful example of serving others. He could have just, I mean, he gave me my food. I gave him money. Um, everything was fine. And he could have just left it at that, but he wanted to make sure that I left his restaurant satisfied. And I thought, what a wonderful example of leadership. Right, just with a person who's owned a restaurant. Um, and I'm very thankful I got to actually see that in person and experience it. It was really nice. Um, so I just thought I would bring that along, but and let you hear that story and think about that. Think about where I know that was kind of the last chapter's thing was about serving others, but this whole book is really about that. And what places really serve you? What places do you like to go to? And I go to this restaurant, the Fast Cook, because it makes me feel loved, and I might see somebody there I went to high school with, and I like it. It's wonderful. And the same people have been running it, same family has since I was a little girl. And it feels very comforting to me. And it felt really comfortable last night. And that kind of serving others builds trust. It's the best form of advertising. I'm already telling y'all about it. So, anyway, solid ground. Think about the ground. Think about your feet. Where are your feet? And also, people who do grounding work, you stand on the ground or on the floor and let your feet go beyond the floor, and that really grounds you. And I think that, I mean, it almost not quite literally, but metaphorically, it certainly grounds you. And it provides trust in something that's been there for you that never really asks for any thanks or anything like that, but it's been there for you and it's always there for you. So it provides a trusting environment. So, and this is what this law of solid ground is all about. And I'm going to read the part I read. I've read this in another video, but it bears repeating. How can you improve your character? I recommend that you focus on three main values: integrity, authenticity, and discipline. To develop your integrity, make a commitment to yourself to be scrupulously honest. Do not shave the truth. Do not tell white lies, and do not fudge numbers. Be truthful even when it hurts. To develop authenticity, be yourself with everyone. Don't play politics, role play, or pretend to be anything you're not. To strengthen your discipline, do the right things every day, regardless of how you feel. So I'll leave you with that. That's great to think about. Try if everyone tried to do this every day, what a world we would have. Just that one little thing. That was just number 2. There's a 1 and a 3 too, but I read those in another video. So again, my name is Patsy Shore, and I want to help you to develop leadership skills. I do this for entertainment. If you learn something, don't blame it on me. But I also want you to follow my journey and see what I'm doing. And if it helps you, if it resonates with you, that's wonderful. So, like, follow, share, subscribe. And if you're interested in learning more about the Legacy Builders program and getting on my email list, put legacy in the comments. Thank you for watching. All right.